What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm J and we're locked in. There comes a time in every young man's life where he becomes a man. And right now we're seeing that transformation of Kanan and everything that he's going through. Also, the big issue is there any trust between Kanan and Rock after episode 8 and everything that she did and all of the lies that are still piling up on top of everything that Kanan knows so far going on? It's to the point where Kanan is actually going over to Malcolm's house and staying the night. And this is where he's going to probably get his most advice from. Now, before we see if there's any trust left between Kanan and Raquel, if you like power breakdowns, theories and predictions, live after show discussions, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. Make sure you hit that like button and follow me on Instagram right here. Now, Kanan has a lot. Kanan is in the streets. He really doesn't have anywhere to go. And we know that he's packing up to move to Famous's house. So let's see from episode 8, is there any trust left in Kanan?
You the heir to this throne, Kanan, and it's waiting for you if you want it.
Kanan's right-hand man, Famous, lives in an apartment complex with Palmer and her daughter, Corinne, who is Kanan's son. Now, we know Raquel went over here because the daughter came and told Raquel that her mother was messing with her son, Kanan Stark. So when she goes over there, Famous hears all of this. Now, we know what went on in there. She got checked by Raquel. Famous seen all of this. Now Famous is going to be the one to tell Kanan about it because these two, they're like brothers. Kanan looks out for him and Famous should do the same for him. Before Kanan even finds out about his mom confronting his cougar, Scrappy's mom pulls up. Now Kanan already been talking to his mom about Scrappy and saying he doesn't believe that Scrappy would kill himself. Now, it was all wrong that Scrappy was the CI, the snitch. It was his mom. Malcolm made that mistake. But now Scrappy's mom is out there looking for answers. And she's telling Kanan, you need to talk to your mom because Scrappy did say you were a good kid. But she just has a certain feeling about Raquel. And the reason she has that feeling is because she works with the police. This leaves young Kanan wondering what's really going on. If Scrap's mom is saying he wouldn't do it, Kanan believes that Scrappy wouldn't kill himself. We already know the two brothers didn't want Scrappy killed. It was all Raquel. Now there's still secrets being held on her end. So now Kanan is really thinking about it. After he hears this information, he has to go to Famous's house and he's about to hear even more information and also is going to have him questioning young Famous. Kanan just heard from Scrappy's mom that he might need to double check with his mom about the whole situation what happened. So this already has Kanan wondering. And when he gets to Famous's spot, Famous then tells him, your mom just went to Palmer's house and confronted her, pulled the gun out and told her, don't ever come back here. Don't mess with my son Kanan. Basically saying, stay in your apartment complex and don't do anything. So not only does Kanan have in the back of his mind that his mom may have did something with Scrappy, now she confronted the cougar that he was messing with in the apartment complex behind his back, and she never spoke to him about anything. So this is already 2 strikes in 1 episode. When Kanan goes to talk to Palmer, he starts to realize that his mom is really messing up things that he's doing. Now, of course, he's still a kid. He wants to have some freedom. He's a teenager now. After he got a piece of that, he don't know how to act. Now, you see how she locked the doors. She's not playing around. She knows Raquel is serious. She knew about Rock. That's why she messed with Kanan. So now Kanan is realizing that people are treating him certain ways because of his mom. But in the house, his mom isn't treating him how everybody else is. She's still lying to him. Then the trust between him and Famous is Famous went in his backpack thinking it was his. Famous hasn't been to school in 2 weeks, so he knows that isn't his backpack. But the thing is, now Famous seen the DNA test said there was a guy MH in Kanan Stark, KS. But he's saying DEFCON is your dad. So strike 3 comes in, the biggest lie, who his father is. He's saying, Kanan, why are you looking at this paperwork when you know that your father is DEFCON? Now that isn't true, and Kanan knows this. So now he's also thinking, that's another thing my mother has lied to me about. That's 3 strikes. Every time we see Kanan, it's something that has to deal with his mom. Now we have the showdown at the new house. Kanan is saying he's good with living in Southside, New York. Why is Raquel so happy? Because this is for her. She's doing what she wants to do, not realizing that Kanan, he also wants to be involved in all this. She brought Kanan into the game. She told Kanan that she wasn't going to lie anymore. But I already gave you 3 strikes of what she done behind Kanan's back in this one episode. So that leaves Kanan to having a short fuse, controlling his temper though, and talking to his mom about going behind his back and messing up what him and Palmer has. But then he starts to hint at her messing with Detective Malcolm when she was underage. This is a way for Kanan to let his mom know that I know Malcolm Howard is probably my father, more than likely. The DNA test says it is. And also, you were messing with him when you were underage. The same thing that's going on with Kanan, it's the same thing that happened with Raquel. Now, he doesn't say it because he's not going to be disrespectful to his mother. But you got to understand, this is making him look at his mom and resent her even more, which leads him to go staying at Famous's house. Now, he doesn't have a choice because Famous is the only person he really has in his corner. But right now, him and his mom, Rock, she's making it even worse, keeping all these lies away from Kanan. Kanan doesn't have anywhere to go, so he goes to Malcolm Howard's house. Famous isn't home, you gotta go over here. Malcolm has at least welcomed him in, talked to him and let him know, I'm your father, I want to be in your life. So Kanan, he's looking at Malcolm, and we've seen in the trailer going into the next week's episode that he wants to be involved with Malcolm, but he also knows that it's going to mess up the relationship with his mother. And here we see Kanan saying thank you for everything that you've done. He's just trying to find out, what is my next move and how am I going to deal with this, because that is my mother. When Kanan goes back to the house, the first thing he wants to do is get out of there, because being in the house means he's going to run into his mom. This is still her place. So he's deciding to go live at Famous's house. Now Juke is talking to him and giving him some advice, but Kanan, you can tell, is really hurting him now because he loves his mom, but he's seeing everything that she's doing is really damaging what he has going on in life and is really putting him back a little bit. So he admits that everything she's doing is wrong. Even Jukebox admitted that everything she was doing is wrong. So Kanan, the best thing for him is just to leave this environment, cool off a little bit, and wonder what he's going to do next, which is good for Kanan Stark, not for Raquel or anyone else, for him.
You my father, as much as it changes things between you and me, it changes things between me and her a whole lot more.
What I see here is Kanan has lost all trust for his mom. It's out the window. There's still love and he still loves his mother, but as far as trusting her, no. Kanan is about to make a move to do his own thing and make sure that he's set moving forward. He wants to have a relationship with his father Malcolm. Even though he knows it might hinder his relationship with his mom, he's still going to go ahead and do it, but at a distance. Kanan is looking out for himself right now, and all he has is the streets. All right, let me know what you think about Kanan. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much trust do you think he has in Raquel anymore? A 10 being the most, 1 being the least. I got him down at a 2, maybe a 3 in how much he trusts his mom. Does he love her? Yes, but trust? Let me know what you think about young Kanan, and is that trust? Can he get it back from his mom? Let me know what you think. I'm Mo.J. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.